Brittany Haas here, Chief Adventure Officer from Alpenventures Unguided, and welcome once again to my kitchen. We are continuing the A Taste of the Alps series by bringing recipes from the mountain huts in the Alps to you. So today we're going to cover Hütten Rösti. We already shared Rösti a couple weeks ago, and now we're going to do Hütten Rösti. And so this is a little bit different. It's also a very simple potato dish. You find this very frequently at the huts in Switzerland. And the first Rösti that we did on the stove, and it was pretty plain. There wasn't anything else in it. This one is a little bit fancier, and we're going to cook this one in the oven. So before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that I am an adventure planner, not a cook. So just keep that in mind as we do this. So for the Rösti, we're going to need 3 grated potatoes, peeled and grated potatoes. We're going to need 100 grams of cheese, which works out to 3.5 ounces about. I'm going to measure this into cups actually as we make this, so hopefully we'll have the cup measurement for you. And 100 grams of cubed schinken is what they would use in the Alps, which is a very special seasoned smoked ham. What we're using here is cooked ham, diced. You can also use cooked bacon if you want to. Bacon's good in everything. And then we have some chives at the end. Some oil also so that we can go ahead and grease the pan. So the way this is going to work, we're going to add the potatoes, salt and pepper, and the ham in. We're going to bake that for about 15 minutes, pull it out, put the cheese on top, bake that for another 10 minutes, pull it out, serve it with chives. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start by getting some oil here, so it's not so sticky in our dish. This might be the easiest recipe that we'll be doing. The ham, I kind of want to measure out the ham for you. So this is just a little less than a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup of ham. Put in there, and some salt, and some pepper. Okay, we mix that all together. We're gonna push it down flat into the baking dish and distribute it evenly. Okay, let's put that in the oven for 15 minutes. So while that's baking, let's go ahead and talk about where you can find a Hüttenrösti in the Alps. So I mentioned that this is commonly served in Switzerland. So a couple of the tours that we offer where you could find the Hüttenrösti would be, first of all, the Bernese Overland Tour, which is, in my opinion, the most beautiful hut hike that there is in all of the Alps. So it starts near Interlaken, Switzerland, and it travels right along the base of the north face of the Eiger, the Jungfrau, the Monk, through that region, makes its way through the mountains over several stunning passes. The accommodations on the Bernese Overland Tour, most of them you can get private accommodation. There's only one with a shared dorm. And if you really want to work around that and not stay in a shared dorm there, we can make that happen. Another great route where you can find the Hüttenrösti is on the oat route. So we're talking about the walker's oat route here, which travels from Chamonix in France, and then by day 1 you're already popped over into Switzerland, and the rest of the time you're in Switzerland all the way to Zermatt. And this is a stunning hike. It's a very challenging hike. There are some sketchy spots on it, so you need to be comfortable with exposure and being in loose terrain and reading conditions. So it's not for everybody, but the oat route is another great option. And all of our tours are self-guided, so this means you don't bring a guide. It means you choose your own dates. It means you choose your own hiking buddies, you choose your own pace, and we just organize all the logistics for you. And we send you on your way with a personalized e-guidebook, as well as all the information you need in a navigation app that you can use offline to navigate your way. All right, so let's go ahead and wait on our Rösti here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, so it's been 15 minutes. It's time to take the potatoes out of the oven and put the cheese on. We're going to measure the cheese out into a cup for those of you who don't cook by weight. So the cheese typically should be Emmentaler cheese grated. It's much better if you freshly grate it. Emmentaler cheese, I'm making a mess, is called Swiss cheese in the US. So here's 1 cup of cheese. The measurement of the cheese works out to be about 1 1/4 cup. We're just going to spread the cheese. Good, and now we'll put this back in the oven for 10 minutes. All right, so it's been 10 more minutes, so let's see what it looks like. Well, the cheese is definitely melted. Let's go ahead and add the chives on top. And here we go. Here's the finished product. That is really good. I like that a lot better than the plain roasty. All right, so thank you so much for joining us for the Hütten Rösti episode of the A Taste of the Alps series. We still have a couple more videos to come to you, so make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when we release future videos. You can find this recipe also located on our blog. I'll put the link in the details below. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful day.